This review is made possible by Gerald Kia in Naperville. Gerald's outstanding staff is ready to find the perfect car for you. Whether it be new or used, your next car is waiting for you at Gerald Kia.
Alright, what's up guys? My name is Zach and today I'm driving a 2021 Kia K5 GT line. Up front is a 1.6 liter turbocharged inline 4 and down below is an 8-speed automatic transmission. So this is the K5. This is the replacement for the Optima. The Optima name has gone away and it is being replaced by this, the K5. Now, like I said, this is the replacement for the Optima, and it shares a lot of traits with the Optima, but there are a lot of big advantages to the 2021 K5, and we'll get into that in a second. But let's get back to that turbocharged 4-cylinder. If I can find the horsepower, I will put it up on the screen here, and I say that because I can't even build and price this car on Kia's website yet. That is how new this car is at the time of filming. I can't even build it. There's not a whole lot of specs out there for this car. There's not a whole lot of information. But this is the smaller engine offered. There is a larger 2.5 liter turbo coming later in the fall that makes 290 horsepower, 311 foot-pounds of torque, and has optional all-wheel drive. So I can't wait for that one, and when that finally hits dealers, I will definitely drive it for you guys. But the power is fine. It's something to expect from Kia. You know, you're not going to be blowing the doors off of a Mustang GT at Great Lakes Dragway. You're just not. It's not a very fast car. However, it's rather efficient. I'll put the miles per gallon up on the screen because really, if you're buying a K5, that's what you care about. That's what I care about when looking at cars like this. Let's switch it over into sport. I don't think you'll hear anything, but what do I know? You really do feel the boost. It really does come on later. It likes the top end of the rev range in terms of power. However, it doesn't blow my socks off. It doesn't make me upchuck my lunch. It's not a very fast car, although it can get it out of its own way. Highway on-ramps are not going to be an issue, things like that. It has an adequate amount of power, and that's all I can say. Like I said, paired to an 8-speed automatic transmission, nice and smooth. I don't even hear it or feel it shifting, and I'm glad that Kia is still staying away from CVTs. I don't really like CVTs all that much, so I like that in their bigger sedans they don't have CVTs. In the Rio, they do have a CVT. It's just what it is. That's a bargain car. CVTs are getting cheap, but I like this tried and true 8-speed. I really do think it's a good transmission. Last but not least, this is front-wheel drive. However, there is, like I said, an all-wheel drive option coming down the pipeline, and I will happily drive that for you guys when it hits dealers. So let's talk about the interior. We have a lot to go through here because this is where a couple of the very nice changes are, and then we'll talk about the exterior, which is my favorite part. So in front of me, I have two main gauges. On the left is my tachometer with coolant temperature down in the middle, and on the right is my speedometer with fuel down in the middle. I really like this. Very clean, very simple. It looks like every other Kia gauge cluster. They're not really breaking any boundaries like they did with the K900. This is your stock whatever. In the center, I do get an information screen, which seems to move a lot smoother than I remember. Really, really clean. I have my drive mode, MPG, trip odometer. I mean all those things. It's nothing really too crazy down there. On the steering wheel, I do have my voice commands, mode, volume, track change, and phone options on the left. And on the right, I have my cruise control settings, as well as steering settings, so I can stiffen up the steering if I'd like to, which is a nice feature. And the steering wheel, of course, does say GT line. This is the GT line K5, and what the GT line pretty much means is that it gets a couple extra appearance package things, nothing really too crazy. But I will show what comes in the GT line right here. To the left of me, I have my dimmer switch, my lane keep assist on and off, and my traction control on and off. Now, the higher trim that is coming for the K5 will have radar cruise control. However, that hasn't hit dealers quite yet. So again, I haven't driven it. On the door itself, I do have my window switches. They look a lot nicer. They're finished in this sort of what looks like brushed aluminum. Sure, it's just some type of plastic, but it looks really nice. It does look good. And the whole interior here feels very nice. Speaking of which, moving into the center, we do have a display that is touchscreen and has Apple CarPlay. Now, that's not really anything new. The Kia Rio has Apple CarPlay for $15,000. However, this has, for the first time from Kia, wireless Apple CarPlay. So I don't need to plug in my phone. I can leave it in my pocket. I can leave it in the cup holder. I can give it to someone else sitting in the car for all that matters. I could still access Apple CarPlay without any cords. That is a first for Kia and is very, very nice. I personally have never minded the cord. However, I know a lot of people hate cords running through their car, and so in here you don't need that. You can just hook up to it wirelessly and it works flawlessly, and I absolutely love that. You guys know I love Apple CarPlay, and this just moves it an inch further. This car also does have Android Auto support for you Android Auto people. But moving away from the touchscreen, down below that I have 2 climate control vents with my hazard switches in the middle. Then I have my climate controls. I do have dual zone climate, which is very, very nice. Your pretty typical controls below that for the climate controls. Then I have a 12-volt outlet and 2 USB inputs. One is to go into the radio and the other is to charge, which is signified by the USB and battery charge logos. Then we come to the shifter. The shifter is out of pretty much every other Kia. This isn't something new. This isn't groundbreaking. Drive any Kia product, you'll probably use a shifter that is the same, if not very, very similar to this one. But I like it. I like the side button. Very easy to use, very easy to push. Down below that, I have my parking brake, my power parking brake, and my auto hold brakes, which is very, very nice for traffic. And then at the very bottom, I do have my drive modes. So I have Smart, Normal, Sport, or Custom. And with all of that, I get a little graphic in the center. The Sport has a little checkered flag under it. Custom has like a beam around it. Looks like something from the Crackdown video game. Very, very cool. I like that a lot. Now, the seats are nice and comfortable. This is part of the GT Line package, as signified by the GT Line logo at the very top. They are comfortable. They are power as well, which is very, very nice. It feels great, and really, I mean, for a car like this, it's everything I would need out of a seat. It's good. I don't currently have heated seats. However, like I keep saying, that higher trim level is coming, which will get all those bells and whistles. But speaking of seats, we do have back seats, so let's do a back seat review. All right, so we're in the back of the 2021 Kia K5 GT Line, and wow, I am thoroughly impressed with the legroom. I can sit normally. My knees have maybe 3 inches before the front seat. That's really nice for this segment of cars, this sort of mid-sized sedan, which is going away. The sedans are starting to go away. I'm really happy Kia's still making the K5, but that's a whole different point. I like the legroom. The legroom is great. I feel like an adult. I'm not jammed. This is my driving position. Like I said, like 3 inches between my kneecaps and the seat. Very, very nice. I do have 2 cup holders that fold down. I have 2 USB chargers down on the center console. Of course, power windows, power locks. I mean, you know, all that regular stuff. I have a light, like I said. Not too many features back here, but very, very comfortable. The leather seats carry back here. It's all just a very comfortable experience, and I love that. I absolutely love that. Now, we will go check out the trunk because I hear it's rather large. Before we actually talk about the trunk, I want to show off the key. The key, this is Kia's new design. It's sort of like a, I don't know, it seems like a trigger for like a missile or something. Lock and unlock, hold obviously for the trunk, which it does. Ooh, it pops up. But what I just noticed is that it does have, you could start it by just hitting that. That's very, very nice. So let's pop the trunk. Very, very large trunk. I mean, that's almost like 3 feet of cargo space, like all the way back. I mean, these are the floor mats, of course. Kia accessories, beautiful, love that. This trunk is huge. And I can pull down those seats. Very, very nice cargo space. I think this thing's really this is a winner. This is a winner. Now, we have to talk about the looks. This thing looks great. I love the look of this. This is an Optima. It's a K5. It doesn't deserve to look this good, but I think it really, really does look good. I love the driving lights They kind of they make this cool, weird shape. I love what Kia and Hyundai are doing with their headlights. They're really standing out from the crowd. It's hard to tell what a car is just from the headlights at night, but these cars you absolutely can. I really love it. They went bold with this car, and I can't stop talking about it. I really can't. As soon as I saw this car was announced, I said, that's a good looking car. And now seeing it in person in this red color, it's the same story. It's the same story. This car looks absolutely fantastic. I especially love the one unbroken line starting ahead of the windows, going all the way back around the car. It really reminds me of like a futuristic car from the movie Blade Runner. I absolutely just love the look of that. And so my final thoughts on the K5, this new car from Kia. Well, I would definitely take it over an Optima. If you're between a 2020 Optima or a 2021 K5, this is the one to go with. Why do I say that? Well, the Apple CarPlay is a huge game changer. The wireless Apple CarPlay, I'll talk about it for hours if you guys let me. It's absolutely great. But this just looks better. In recent years, I've really started to harbor this idea of if I'm going to buy something, if I'm going to spend $26,000, which is what this car is priced at, $26,000 on a car, I want to go outside and I want to have a smile on my face when I see it. When I show people my new car, I want them to say, wow. That's my biggest gripe with outdated cars is why are you charging me a premium price for something that I could have bought 5 years ago and had the exact same experience? This is different. This is new. And if I were to buy this, I would walk out into my garage with a smile on my face every single day because it just looks so good. And at least for the time being, this car is hot. This is a hot car. Kia has really, really stepped up their game in recent years. It has really, truly been impressive. And that's the same here with the K5. This is a dramatic improvement over the Optima. I think this is a lot more worthwhile as a car. I can't say enough good things about this car, and I absolutely cannot wait to drive the 300 horsepower monster all-wheel drive K5 when it comes in the fall. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Huge thank you to Gerald Kia for allowing me to take out their K5. Their information is up on the screen as well as linked in the description below. You guys know Gerald Kia. They have absolutely great service. Everyone in there has a smile on their face. You can't see it right now because everyone wears masks, they social distance, they take safety very, very seriously, but everyone's very friendly, very kind. They have great inventory. They literally have 3 or 4 of these on the lot already, and they literally dropped last week. So if you're interested in the K5 or any other Kia, definitely check out Gerald Kia. Like I said, information is up on the screen as well as linked in the description below. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to rate the video, comment on the video, and subscribe. I'd really like to. Take care, guys.